Hello, lovely student, and welcome to English with Ibrahim. In today's lesson, we're going to be practicing an extremely important skill. It's more of a technique, and it's something that I really recommend to my students in order to improve their fluency in English. It's called shadowing. It's something that I've done before on my channel. Basically, I want you to read out loud with me. You need to copy what I say just after I say it, nearly at the same time. This is a fantastic way to improve your fluency and your pronunciation. You will feel more comfortable with intonation, rhythm, connected speech, among other features. The text we will read together today is extremely British. I'm going to teach you how to make a perfect cup of tea. I've divided it into stages, and after each stage, we'll go through some key pronunciation features to help you take your pronunciation skills to the next level. To help you even further, I have created the Ultimate Shadowing Guide. You can download this for free. It goes with this lesson. Inside, you will find an even more in-depth pronunciation analysis of the text that I'll read today. Inside, I also explain the shadowing technique in more detail. I highlight its benefits, and I include some top tips and practical strategies to help you shadow correctly and effectively. And as an extra bonus, I've created an interactive vocabulary bank with some of the more advanced vocabulary and phrases from this lesson. So not only will you be improving your pronunciation, but you'll also be building your vocabulary as well. To download this, just click in the link in the description box or scan that QR code there. You sign up to my mailing list and the PDF guide will arrive directly in your email inbox. Don't miss out on the guide. The link is in the description box or scan the QR code there. Let's start. Read along with me. First of all, make sure you've selected the finest tea. Many of my friends go for a fine, loose-leaf black tea, but for me, nothing beats a traditional English breakfast blend in a bag. Then, it's time to select your drinking vessel. I know what you're thinking. The moment has come to whip out Granny's finest bone china. Although that works for some, I personally prefer a novelty mug. Making tea should make you smile. And what's guaranteed to bring a smile to your face? That mug with your pet's face on it. Next, we select the freshest filtered water and fill the kettle. Never ever reboil water as it removes oxygen and will likely ruin your perfect brew. The final stage of preparation, and this is the one my mother taught me not to skip, we need to heat the mug. That's right. Pour a little of your freshly boiled water into your chosen mug, give it a little swirl, and pour it out. And before you ask, no, you may not boil the water in the microwave. That would be unforgivable. Okay, how did you find that? Was it comfortable speaking along with me? Don't worry, it will get better. Now let's take a look at some of the key pronunciation features in this text. Then you can repeat this section again before moving on to the next one. Did you notice how first of all sounded like one word? That's because we take the consonant sound t at the end of first and join it to the following vowel sound first. And we do the same with of. We take the v sound at the end and attach it to all. Vol, to vol. First of all. First of all. So this consonant to vowel linking helps us to avoid unnecessary gaps between words. So first of all becomes first of all. It kind of sounds similar to the word festival. First of all. There are more examples in the text too, like blend in a bag and face on it. Listen and repeat the next phrase. Finest tea. Finest tea. Now, did you notice what I did? Here, we have two identical consonant sounds together. Finest, tea, t, t. So t is a plosive sound. It's made by blocking airflow and then releasing it. The other plosives are d, k, g, p, and b. When we have two plosives together, we don't need to repeat the sound twice. Instead, just get ready to make the first sound, hold a tiny bit longer than usual, and then release. I'm not saying finest tea. I'm saying finest tea. Finest tea. The same happens with not to skip, not to skip, not to skip. With some consonant sounds, we don't need to pause at all. We just make the consonant sound longer. For example, will likely, will likely. Notice how I don't repeat the ooh sound. I just lengthen it slightly. Will likely. Then we have a linking y sound between many and of. Many of, many of. Notice that I say the weak form there too. I don't say many of, many of. We can add a soft y sound after words ending in e vowel sounds when they're followed by another vowel sound. One distinctive feature of my accent, the modern RP accent, is that I only pronounce the letter R when it comes before a vowel sound. This is true in individual words and also in connected speech. So in this sentence here, I only make a sound before the vowel sound Listen and compare. For a, for me, for a, for me, for a, for me. Can you spot any more linking R's in the text? Let me draw your attention to one more interesting feature here. Listen to what happens when I read this phrase. What you thinking? What you thinking? So when t and y sounds are next to each other like this, we often combine them to make a new sound. T, y, ch. So instead of saying what ya, we can blend the sounds together and say whatcha, what you thinking. Why? Well, it's more efficient. And we are all about saving energy when we speak. I've put lots more information about pronunciation features like these in the free shadowing guide that you can download today. The link is in the description, or you can scan the QR code there. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, now we've gone through all of the pronunciation features from the first section. Feel free to go back and try shadowing it again with me. Okay, let's move on to the next stage of our tea making process. Are you ready to shadow me again? Let's begin. Carefully drop your tea bag into your mug. We can't afford to let that freshly boiled water cool, so pour it straight into the mug and then gently stir. Do not, and I really can't stress this strongly enough, add your milk before you add the water. Yuck. Now is the time to step back and allow the magic to happen. I wait for precisely 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Just enough time to lay out my favorite biscuits, chocolate digestives, and admire the golden hue beginning to form. Feel free to stir your tea a couple more times, but whatever you do, don't squeeze that tea bag against the side of the mug. We do not want a bitter cuppa. When the time is up, lift that tea bag out ever so gently and pop it in the compost. Then we add a splash of cold, that's right, cold milk until we get the perfect shade of gold. Remember, you can always add milk, but you can't take it away. Patience and precision are your friends. Should you add sugar? I'm personally against it, but you might need to ask guests if they want 1 lump or 2. Okay, how did that feel? Are your English muscles warming up nicely, just like our mug of tea? Let's examine some more interesting pronunciation features from the second section. The TH sounds, like we have in these words here can be particularly difficult for many learners of English. One way to make sure you're pronouncing them accurately is to poke the tip of your tongue out of your mouth slightly. As you breathe out, air travels through the gap between your tongue and your top teeth. Just here. 3:30. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. If you keep your tongue inside of your mouth and touch the top of your mouth, you'll probably make a t sound, like tree and 30. We want to stick it out and say 3:30. So 3 and 30 are made with the unvoiced sound f. Other th words like that, the, and then are made with the voiced z sound. It's the same position in your mouth, but with voice. So you should feel some vibration. That, the, then, this. Can you feel a vibration? It should tickle a little bit. Again, if you keep your tongue inside of your mouth, you might say dat, de, den. So check your tongue position and don't forget to add vibration. Next, we have another linking sound, w. We can add a soft w sound to join rounded vowel sounds like ow and oo to another vowel sound. For example, now is the time, or need to ask. Did you notice how I dropped the t sound in the negative contractions? Can't stress, don't squeeze, and can't take. I'm dropping the T at the end of the first word. Can't stress, don't squeeze, can't take. Now this often happens when we have a t sound between consonant sounds. You don't have to drop this t sound, but it can make speaking easier, faster, and more fluid. Have a go and see what it feels like. We also have another example of two sounds coming together to form a new sound. Instead of saying should you, I said should you, should you. The d sound and the y sound combine to make j, d, y, j. So instead of should you, we say should you, should you. As I recommended previously, you can go back and repeat that second stage, shadow me again, see if you feel a bit more comfortable. Let's move on to the final stage now. Now I know you've been patient, but it's essential we don't rush this final stage. We sip, not slurp, as we breathe in the warmth and comfort of the perfect cuppa. Contrary to popular belief, we do not stick out our pinky finger. Quite the opposite. On cold days especially, we gently hug the mug and heat up our freezing fingers. After a few small sips, you'll feel the anticipation growing as the culmination of all your hard work and dedication draws near. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to dunk the digestive. Here, timing is key. If you're overcautious, the biscuit will still be hard and the chocolate won't have melted. Leave it too long and the biscuit will dissolve and sink to the bottom of the mug. Practice makes perfect. Did you use a soft w to join now and I? Now I. Now I know. Did you pronounce the lovely sh sound in patient and essential? Patient, essential. The sh sound is just like you're telling someone to be quiet. Sh, sh, patient, essential. We've got those tricky th sounds again here too. We switch between voiced and unvoiced. Breathe in the warmth. Breathe in the warmth. And did you spot the linking y sound in the phrase quite the opposite? Quite the opposite. And there was more consonant linking with On cold days, on cold days, on cold days. Remember, hold briefly and then release with plosives. Cold days. We have another linking y sound. Feel the anticipation, the anticipation. And then last, but certainly not least, one of my absolute favorite pronunciation features, a double contraction. Will not have becomes won't have. Won't have melted. How cool is that? Rewind, go back and have another go now that you're more aware of the features. And there are loads more interesting pronunciation features here. We don't have time to examine them all in this lesson, but I have included them in the ultimate shadowing guide that goes with this lesson. The link is in the description box, or I've added a QR code there. So, which was your favorite pronunciation feature? And what do you think of my perfect tea ritual? Are there any stages you'd do differently? Let me know in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Let me know if you'd like more shadowing lessons. I know that some of you find them very useful. They are so helpful. You just have to get over that initial discomfort, especially if you're trying to do it in a public place. As always, it was a pleasure to teach you today, and I will see you in the next lesson. Mwah!